more time. I'm just gonna do this the simplest way. I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
fill in all of this. I'm just gonna do this one little thing. Hold on. To get started. It says still working.
Judy.
Okay, I'm not gonna do anything else. I'll do it on the back end,
Mm-hmm.
and it's looks like it's waiting for the live stream to begin, and it's loading up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not touching nothing.
Because I'm still streaming.
Looks like I don't.
Or check your email. Or open Adobe app. Create a cloud on your computer.
Okay.
One of those. Something's going to ask.
Should be something prompting me.
Yeah. I just clicked the resend the request. So they might have broken it. Let me see what is happening here. Troubleshoot. And it was failing to connect. Yep. Yep. And that was at 7 o'clock. Same here. Start stream and it ends before.
Dan, I don't see any type of notification.
Okay. And so I'm sending a message to the team. New stream URL, string key. String. I noticed. All right. I noticed. So we're holding pattern 1 second. Wait a cuff. is having problems streaming also right now.
So it's across the board.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Knows what happened. And so one thing that happened recently is that they've been migrating all Behance streamers to new servers, so that that the delay has gone from 1 to 2 minutes down to 20 seconds. And this is one of those updates. And so today is just a problem with Wada Cuff. I don't see anybody else having problems. So we're going to try this again. All right, let me go back in, sign into a different account. Let me go ahead and sign into my account.
I have been seeing people have issues with for the past
try
couple of days.
to start a stream, Odari. Just go through the Behance part and see what happens.
Okay.
Oh, there goes. Wade made it through. So now he's streaming.
Yeah, Wade streaming.
Yeah, so now he's streaming. And let me try that again. So let me try a stream. Oops, that's the wrong button. Let's see.
Oh, did I switch? No, I didn't.
And so if he got it working, we should be able to.
He's talking about the tech issue.
Hey everybody, this is TeMika Grooms, TeMika the artist to you if you're online. We are here for our live figure drawing session on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're so happy to have you here with us. We are moving forward and we have a special guest with us today. So if you've been coming to our past sessions over the summer, sometimes it's just me drawing and going through the figure drawing session, and sometimes I have fabulous guests like Dan Flores has been on with me, Odari, Johannes has been on with me, and we've also had Wayman Humphrey. And today we have a fabulous guest. Her name is Kelsey Jackson, and she is here with us. And I have a couple of her images on the screen. Kelsey, thank you so much for joining us today. Hello, hello.
Hi, it's nice to meet you guys, and thank you for bringing me on.
Yeah. We're gonna have fun tonight. So, you haven't been here with us for figure drawing sessions, so we're gonna break you in and
Ab-
have a good time.
all right, get me started.
All right. So, but first of all, I want you to introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are, because we got people in the Discord. We're going live right now on YouTube on the Kids Lit ATL TV YouTube channel.
hmm
But I want you to tell everybody out there in the world who you are because they need to know.
Well, of course, my name is Kelsey Jackson, but I go by the artist name BG Illustrations, which stands for Black Girl Illustrations. Um, I'm pretty much a illustrator that's trying, to become a graphic novelist or do comics and stuff like that. I've been doing art all my life, ever since I can remember, all types of media, but my one true love will always be drawing, and, just drawing people and stuff like that. I went to school for fine arts in college, got my fine arts degree, and whew, trying to think of other things. I don't know, just an artist that loves to draw. I do commission work, just freelance stuff and art and stuff like that. But overall, I'm just a person that loves to do art and draw art, and it makes me happy.
Nice. Okay, so before we get started, because I know some people who are watching will want to check out your work online, tell us where they can find you online, and then we'll go ahead and get started.
Yeah, you can find me on anywhere actually, at BG Illustrations. So Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, any platform, it will be the user handle at BG Illustrations. I'm
Perfect.
trying really hard to keep it consistent.
If you know what's good for you, you will keep it consistent. It just
Like
makes it so much
consistent.
easier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really does.
So I have a couple of Kelsey's images on the screen, and you can definitely check out her
Mhm.
work online. So let's go ahead and get started. So here's how we roll here, Kelsey. So
Mhm.
typically we mix it up and do different things sometimes. Today, because I know that you have a lot of portraits, especially from the head up, portraits of your art online, I decided
Mhm.
to focus back on head studies. And so we'll go through a few quick 2-minute head studies, and then it'll extend to 5 minutes, and then there'll be one 10-minute, I think 10 or 15, I forgot what I put. And then there's
Mhm.
a 20-minute one. Some of them are closer to some of the things that you already do, and then I threw a little, oddball one in there. So
Oh
let's
Lord.
go ahead and get started.
All right, all right.
Mr. Dan, here we go. So we got our first 2-minute one. And tell me what app you're using, first of all. Can you hear me, Kelsey?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard Dan, but yeah. Right now I'm using Sketchable, but at the moment, I think my screen just froze. What's going on?
Oh,
I was gonna
oh,
say it sounded like she was Kelsey's using a shoe to draw with.
Oh shoot. Oh
A shoe.
no.
uh, you get, how's it looking, Kelsey?
It's I just can't enlarge. So this is gonna be an interesting stream.
All right.
Um right now I'm using Sketchable. It's a pretty I find it a very simple like app for drawing, especially if you're like just getting into illustration or pretty much drawing, digital drawing in general. It's pretty basic. It has like, your pencil, your marker. They flesh everything out for you. And so you don't have to, on these other programs like have uh on these other programs all these brushes and things and all this stuff. Even though you can adjust the settings on the brushes, it's not too complex or anything. But it's pretty nice. I like to go to it sometimes. It's been a while since I've used it, but I like to go to it to do basic stuff like basic sketches, like bigger drawing sketches and stuff like that. Because I don't want to be looking for the perfect tool, and stuff to just start a basic drawing or anything. I'm just like let's get it done, let's get into it. Because I come from using traditional media, and to this day, I still use traditional media um, for like sketching and stuff like that. Like I love using my sketchbook over my digital my computer pretty much because there's nothing that really beats uh traditional media. I mean, digital is great, but being able to pencil the pen to paper is like so. I don't know. I really love it, but this is for me. This is almost like the closest to that. I know you can like do certain things like that.
Next drawing.
You can do you can achieve that quality with digital stuff, but I don't know. There's something about traditional. But yeah, I'm using that Sketchable. So
Okay. Okay. Kelsey,
mm,
I'm gonna ask you some questions, but I'm gonna let you catch up because I'm stunking you right now.
I know. I'm like trying to fight my computer. My computer's like, not today. It can we do anything?
So you all don't know this. I'm gonna bring you all into the past Kelsey and I have had. So Dan in the past has set up these challenges because he always likes to have artists battling each other in front of everybody. So I think this is our third time drawing together
Mm,
digitally,
yeah.
and we've done some other collaborations as well. But yeah, it's always like me and you head to head, and you skunk me every time. I swear. So today might be my day if I draw fast. We'll see.
Sure, yeah. Because I don't know how I do not draw fast whatsoever. Like I love doing figure drawing. I love doing gesture drawings, but I hate doing like, you know, I hate doing quick drawings and stuff like that. I'm just like, I'm not a fast drawer. I know some people pride themselves for being a fast drawer and stuff like that, and they can get work done, but I like to take my time and look at what I'm doing and making sure things are right and stuff because I'm like a perfectionist actually, like when it comes to it. Even though I don't say it, I will, make sure the eyes are not crooked or make sure the head's not too big or anything and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not a fast drawer. I don't know.
Oh,
I like to
Next.
take my time.
that's 2 minutes already.
I
Um,
know. I'm drawing gigantic too. Like, why am I drawing so big?
um, I have
Mm,
a few artists that I know that have changed their styles over the years as they've
mm,
developed their art because um, basically they know where their strengths and their weaknesses are. And so for me, I know I have to watch overworking a drawing. So if I spend too much time, trying to get it perfect, then I go overboard sometimes. But I know some people, the way that they draw, they don't necessarily they can't get the straight perfect lines, and so they work with what they can do, and so maybe their style is more loose and free, as opposed to tight and perfect. So I think it's just a matter of finding what your style and your voice and your line stroke, how your hands connect with whatever you're working with, so
You know what? I've seen my style change over time and stuff like that. And you think I would get faster. No, it went the opposite. Because now pieces that would have taken me a couple of days would are now, I'll spend like 22 hours on it over a course of like maybe a week or something like that. But like it, I don't know. Uh, I understand. I don't know. It's just something that I just can't really let go. Or like you said, it's just the whatever your style is, or what materials. I guess I haven't really, I don't know, really found it yet, or I'm just like in that experimental phase, which you never really get out of.
No.
but, but I guess I'm just in that experimental phase to where I want to see how I can achieve, different textures and positions and lighting and stuff like that. And it takes time. So, that's stuff, learning that type of stuff takes time.
It sure does, and there's no other way around it other than into it, through it, you know, digging
Uh,
out whatever you can in your own work. So
and I
But
got a question, Kelsey. The work that you do now, the stuff that we see on Instagram, how long does it take you to do those drawings? Because they look amazing and they look like they're complicated and they take a lot of time. But
oh, when I said it takes me on Procreate, a lot of them I've been doing on Procreate now. A lot of them, the Procreate will tell you how long you spent on your drawings,
oh yeah,
which is kind of terrifying because it just tells me how slow I am. Um, so I have pieces that are like, you know, was it? Sorry if I stop drawing, I'm just thinking.
mhm.
Um, I think my longest one has been 24 hours, and I know it took me like two
what?
weeks to work on it. So it's it takes a long it takes me a minute when I do my more complex pieces. Um, my sketches, no problem. It only takes me like 30, maybe an hour, especially when I have like a reference I'm using and stuff like that. It doesn't really take me that long. But when it comes to complex pieces, I like to, take my time and make sure the layout is the way I envision it in my head.
Mhm.
Cause like that's the biggest thing for me. If I can't draw it the way I see in my head, then honestly, I move on. I move
Mhm.
on because I haven't gained the skills to draw what's in my head yet. So I go and start doing practices and to things related. I start studying artists and stuff like that. So I can achieve that, that quality so I can do that work. And to also, speed up my, production time since I've gained the skills. I'm now getting into it now. It took me a minute.
Yeah, it's challenging, because we're doing it live and then we're talking at the same time. But those 2 minute sketches in the warm up phase kind of help us to kind of drop in and not be so attached to what we're doing. So
Yeah, that's good. I really like that, and I wish I did more stuff like that. More quick studies and stuff like that, so I don't really get attached. Because I do get attached to my stuff. And I love all the things I make because I'm like, I thought of this, or I took the time out of my day just to be able to make this piece of art. So, I'm going to be real attached to it. But yeah,
can't get attached to nothing like this.
sometimes you gotta let it go, and I hate doing that, because you spend so much time. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
How,
This
She
oh,
is.
go ahead, Dan.
Kelsey, how do you stay motivated for those 24-hour long drawings that takes you 2 weeks? How do you come back to it? What is it that makes you come back to the drawing?
I get excited about the drawing. I know that's hard to. I don't know if that's easy to understand, but I I'll like I said, I get this idea or concept in my head, or I'll see this image I really like, and I'm like, oh my God, I would love to like recreate that in my style and see if I can achieve that special that lighting, or see if I can use this new like skill I learned in this drawing, because it looks like the skill that I learned looks similar to this image I saw, or what's going on in my head. I know I I kind of pump myself up so I can like keep going, and then I just tell myself, thinking about the end result, it's gonna look bomb. It's gonna look like amazing, and like you're gonna be proud of yourself because you took a skill that you just learned and applied it to uh to something you're not comfortable with. I just I just kind of pump myself up, and I know that's hard for a lot of people to do and be motivated, but I don't know. I just get determined and wanting to finish it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
That's really cool. Because I get tired of looking at the same drawing.
Yeah, me too. Dan,
Yeah.
Dan,
Yep.
um, what time are we on for this?
Oh, this one's 5 minutes. Sorry, I haven't said anything because I didn't want to
Oh,
interrupt. But
I'm
yeah,
sitting here like,
this one's 5 minutes. There you go. We're in the 5 minute section, and this
yeah.
actually is the only one. Uh oh. Yeah.
Think there may be three 5 minute ones, maybe.
Nah. Yeah, there are. Yeah, there are. Sorry. 5 minute. 5 minute. 5 minute. Yep. 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 So this is the first 5 minutes done, and then there's two more after that that are 5 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
Mhm.
Cool.
So I should probably start a new thing then, maybe.
So, Kelsey, do you have a favorite thing that you like to draw? And you probably have already said this, but tell us if again if you did, or if you did.
Um, I like to draw people,
Mhm.
people in general, or people who attract my eye. Of course, pretty girls attract my eye, pretty men attract my eye, and stuff like that. But also, people that do like are just doing everyday things, just living their lives. Um I find that very fascinating. I find everyday life just, mundane things fascinating, because it's just like something you do over and over again. And I don't know, I just find something very pretty about that. It's very strange. Um And then what I do is when I draw those people, I'll sometimes throw in my own flair or something, like maybe like more dramatic lighting or something like that, and have them say something specific, almost like a film shot with like the text at the bottom, whatever that's called, and
Captions, closed captions.
yeah, the captions, and which I recently started to do, but in my sketchbook I do all the time. And let's see. I'm slowly losing focus. Um, I just like to just draw people in like mundane everyday life situations, but I'm now starting to draw people and put a bit of fantasy into it, because of course I love fantasy. I love sci-fi and stuff like that, and stuff and everything like that. So I'm slowly adding that in, but overall, I just like to draw. I just like to draw people because we're fascinating creatures. You know, we we can be happy one day and be sad or frustrated next day, and show it on our face and our body language.
Mhm.
And it just be like, whoa, I didn't know the face can contort like that. Or whoa, I didn't know our eyes can go that big or that small, or the human body is very fascinating to me. So drawing people, mundane life, and with a hint of fantasy and sci-fi.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no there's no limit. to me, I agree with you. There's no limit to with human beings because you have the variety in the bodies, the expression. You know, it's pretty endless. So yeah, that's my favorite thing to draw to.
Very fascinating.
2 minutes left on this one.
Okay.
Told y'all I was slow. Y'all thought I was fast. Ain't nothing.
So I tried to throw in a few images with variety in here, so you'll see probably in the next minute or so um, that there's that variety that we were just talking about. We're getting ready to explore that in a
You
second.
have to hit me with some variety. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because everybody's not model type people. I
Yeah.
think we may have been talking about that the other night on Discord, but you know there's so many pictures online on Instagram and on Pinterest and wherever you want to look online, and they have these perfect bodies and perfect people, models, and all that stuff. And most of the world doesn't look like that. So really getting out and studying people and how we look in normal life is really a good thing to pull from too. So
Yeah. I even though I said I like drawing pretty girls and pretty men, that's from my environment. That's from everything I look at. Like you said, Instagram, Pinterest, they're constantly throwing that stuff at you, saying, "Oh, look, this is what we all desire. We desire this pretty person to look like this or to be with this person." And it's just like, well, no one looks not everyday people we don't look like that. We come in a variety, like you said, of sizes and looks and colors and stuff like that. It's we can't all be the same thing. Like that would be boring, you know. Like, and we don't live in a boring world. We live in like a exciting, crazy world with different people and different features and stuff like that. So but one thing is, I do love Pinterest because I can find some of those, like the image that just popped up. I can find men like this on there, and if I just feel like drawing like a character or something, and I
mhm.
want to like this old grouchy man that knew how to fly planes, I'd be like, oh, I know a perfect place to find that on Pinterest.
Yep.
But Pinterest is a double-edged sword. It has not only this, but it has those pretty girls, those pretty men that you
Mhm.
see all the artists like drawing and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's cool and everything. I mean, he looked good. He looked good. She looks cute, but like, can I get some, can I get a little bit more flavor or something? Like some more excitement, some crazy features, Because to me, the best characters have like ridiculous features or, really expressive and stuff like that. And all these images of these girls and men all have the same, faces. And it's just like, the model face. And I'm like, okay, cool. She's all right, whatever.
And so part of the reason why I brought it up is because I do that. I know that I draw, like, especially if I'm drawing from my own imagination, I draw the perfect balanced, non-wrinkly, slim face.
Yeah.
But there's so many other ways that I need to start practicing. Like, this guy has so much character, and I got him off of Pinterest. but there's so much character in his face. Like, he's lived, he's got some story that you can pull out. So and even the last girl, even though she was more model like, I could see a story for her too. So I think when you start having characters, or even like as you study people, if you have people that you study, there's stories that you can kind of see um,
Yeah.
come out of their faces, out of their body movements, and what they wear. All those things mean something.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, like I'm not hating on the pretty Pinterest people and stuff like that. It's just it's becoming too redundant for me. And even though a lot of my artwork is focused on stuff like that, I'm slowly trying to make my way out of that. I'm trying to focus more on people like the guy we just pulled up, or just everyday people, mothers, fathers, and stuff like that. And because if I want to be, a comic book artist, I gotta have that, under my belt. Like a library, a visual library of like different people I've seen, whether it's in the streets or on the internet. We can't. I mean, I love webtoons that are just focused on pretty people. They're adorable, they're cute, and all that stuff. But my favorite shows and stuff like my favorite shows and comics are always,
2 minutes.
The characters with like crazy features, or that don't look, like our everyday, like the everyday Pinterest, Instagram girl and stuff like that. So,
So, so since you brought it up, I have a question for you. You have web comics that you do, right? Is
I
that
had one I did a while ago, and I haven't come back to do it. But in the last couple of years, I've been doing um, it's a I don't know what it's called. It's like a form of a comic, to where I would say it's more like I did a digital picture book where I'll just draw scenes of like a story I have in my head, and
Mhm.
then I would just draw them out and post them. And it's just a visual, kind of pretty much a visual novel without words. But and I want to do, I was trying to do one in 2019, but I became over ambitious and was not able to finish it because it was I was getting a little bit too complex with it, and I was
Mhm.
trying to do it for Inktober, and it was not working out. But now I'm glad I didn't, because I'm revising the story, and I'm thinking of turning it into an actual web comic, to where there I wouldn't want to put text. Actually, I would still want it to be like more, visual, and let the action and the images speak for itself. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna prepare myself for that. But I'm hopefully I'm working with a friend of mine. I'm gonna work on a comic with her. So she's the one creating the story and stuff like that, and I'll help her. Ooh, my computer is doing something funky. Um, I will help her, lay out and do character design and stuff like that. So,
Cool. All right. So this next one is actually a friend of mine because I was thinking about regular folks. So I pulled her Instagram picture, her most recent one.
to do her justice, she's referring to the camera. Yeah,
Well, she doesn't know, so she probably won't even see this.
oh no, I was about to say, is he more? Let's see. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. My computer is kind of. I think it's just my connection. The image is kind of blurring in and out, but I can guess.
You're looking at it on Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine is doing the same thing, so
What?
could be.
Just wanna.
I missed it. What happened? Something's bad?
No, I think
No,
our
just
connection,
yeah.
internet may be a little wonky
Yeah, our
because it.
connection is just sucky.
Hmm.
We need to upgrade our internet.
Let's see. Oh, that doesn't help.
No, I think it's just probably our Wi-Fi, internet, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not you, Dan. It's us.
Yeah.
Well, Behance is blaming me right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
Behance.
they answered me,
Excuse me.
and they're blaming me, so I'm gonna have to do some
What?
testing. Yeah, it's crazy because my settings have been the same for years now, and
Hmm.
but I think this
And
is a
you're
new system.
and you're not the only one. That's the thing.
Correct.
Like,
Exactly. Yep.
what you mean is me.
Right. We got some comments on YouTube. Odari says Kelsey is my kind of artist.
Yes.
Kelsey is dope. And then he talked about the guy that was right before this, the aviator looking guy. He says, I like how this guy looks. He feels like he would be fun to draw. Yes, and then the comment on this picture that we're drawing now, he says, "Dope picture."
Well, thank you, thank you. I am always trying to, be that dope artist, even though I know I can do better.
No, there's no trying. You're already a dope artist. What are you talking about?
Like I
What are
told
you
you guys
talking about,
before,
Kelsey?
I am always studying. I am always trying to, just never stop because I don't ever think I'm good enough. So I'm just going to keep studying.
Yeah, yeah. One of my mentors, I was talking to her about my portfolio and some reviews that I got recently, and and I needed to revise some things. And one of the things she told me is like, you're always going to be working on your portfolio. You're always going to be growing. So just get used to it. So um, I know I have a big ego. So I have to check myself sometimes and know that I'm not going to be perfect and that it's always going to be me striving to get better. So it's just a matter of being patient through the process.
Yeah, I am a secret perfectionist, even though I don't really show it. But I do understand that patience is the key, and like I said earlier, sometimes you just gotta let it go, or come
Yeah,
back to it later. Just come back to it later, even though you leave it alone for 2 years.
right. Then you just start over at that point.
Pretty much, it's just like, oh, let's just scrap this.
Yeah.
Mm, mm,
Yeah, I've had images that I've come back to shoot, not even necessarily 2 years, but a period of time, and then my the way that I approach drawing or a sketch, shoot, just this summer drawing with the guys on the stream and stuff, I've seen the way my mark making has changed. Um,
mhm.
so it's like you're always changing and growing and adding to and taking whatever your process is. So um,
Um,
it's kind of par for the course.
I actually I enjoy learning and doing new things. I just recently bought a whole bunch of embroidery stuff so I can learn how to embroider on my clothes because I'm like I want some really like dope looking patches and stuff on my jacket and my shirt. And I'm like I don't want to buy anything. I want to make it myself. So
Hmm.
I'm now learning how to embroider. It looks like crap right now. But you know what? If I keep working at it and keep studying, it might look less crappy.
But it'll be yours,
It will
and
be.
nobody else will have it either. So
Yeah. But yeah, I love I don't know.
Time's up.
I guess I get it from my dad or something because he's always learning. He's like in his 70s, but he never stops. Learning and stuff like that. He's always trying to to better himself and keep growing, and whatever he learns, he shares it with my brother and I and stuff like that.
so do you come from a family of artists?
No, other than like my uncle who's a photographer. No, not really. Everyone's like we're kind of all over the place, people working in the government, my uncle who was working in the photography studio, and then I got a self-employed uncle, does his thing. We're kind of all over the place. They still wonder, where I get my artistic skills from because they're like, we don't really have artists in this family, and we don't know where you came from. So I was like, okay, I got it from someone. Mm. But they're encouraging. They keep me going. They tell me never to stop. They're trying to become my manager. I'm like, all right, I don't need you all in my business like that, but thank you for encouraging me and tell me to keep doing art. I love you guys. I know you guys are very rare. So, yeah.
Very cool. This one's 10 minutes long,
Okay, good. I have
so
Hey,
we're a couple minutes in.
okay.
Uh-huh.
okay. Yeah, I can now zoom in. All right, guys, I can now zoom in. The computer
Uh oh.
release the lock.
Uh-oh. That's
Oh,
it. Kelsey unleashed.
I can zoom in and see that. I'm breathing. It's the only thing holding me back.
So Kelsey, I saw on your Instagram that you had um a few swipes down. You had a series that had warrior women, um, a whole bunch of women with swords, and
Ah,
uh, it seemed like it was a series because I saw some things start to change over time in the feed.
mhm.
Was that for something specific at the time?
Oh no, I just get in moods. I get in like little moods where I want to draw the same thing over and over again, but different a variety of them. So for a while, I was doing a whole bunch of black and white drawings of like girls in like with weapons and stuff like that. Because I think at the time I might have been reading something that really inspired me, and I was like, "Oh, it'd be so cool, if I did a piece like this and stuff like that." And over time, I guess it fell off. I fell off the wagon, or I became less interested in it. It might have been that I wanted to change my art style and I wanted to mess around with color because I think further on I start to do those drawings but in color and but over I guess it might have been me just wanting to try a new style because I stopped doing them for a while, but it wasn't for anything really. It was just, my mind saying, "Hey, why don't you just do this?" And I just go ahead and do it. You know,
Yeah,
I just get in moods.
yeah. They were. I love those. And I think that was probably around the time when I first learned about your work. But yeah, I really love those as well. Your inking is superb.
And
um, so yeah,
I have not inked something in so long because digital art has almost taken over my life.
mm, mm,
But I do love it, even if I haven't done it for a while. I That's my first love. I have like a box full of pens in my room that I still go through and still use. I don't do the ink and brush anymore, but once in a while in my sketchbook, I'll do like a pen sketch or overdraw like line art with the pen and stuff like that. But for finished pieces, I've been just doing digital, and I don't know. I'm in this phase of wanting to do more color drawings and a more painterly style. But you don't know. My mood might change. I might go back to ink in my
uh-huh.
app. I don't like to be held down.
Kelsey Unleashed.
That's right.
Release it feels good.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm finding that my pens are drying out because I'm always doing digital now. Um, but I think I'm gonna start pulling out some things and mixing it up a little bit. So,
Keep them in a cool environment, low level, to last longer.
oh, okay. I wish I had known that.
You don't have to buy more. Keep them in a box. Because for
Yeah.
some reason, my pens still survive. I can't say anything for the ink that Dan gave back to me. That thing was hard as a rock.
That's what you get for free.
I'm sorry. You think? Mm. Um, I like this guy. I like
Yeah, he's got an interesting face, doesn't he?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like this guy. I actually would love to draw.
He's got a little swag too.
He, he's out shopping. He's doing regular stuff.
Yeah. Like this is somebody you would see in the airport.
Yeah.
Just
This is someone I would actually, yeah, I would stop on the street. So I used to do this in college, and when the pandemic wasn't happening, I would stop people in the middle of the street and tell them, "Can I take a picture of you?"
for real.
Because I found you so interesting enough to draw. And I would tell them, "What's your @ handle, I'll send you an image. I used to do that a while ago, and of course work took over, and I couldn't really do that anymore. I kind of became focused on other stuff. But in college, I did a lot in college, and I don't know. I'm surprised people didn't freak out when I did that, but
Well, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, what was their response to
they were
you?
like, okay. A lot of them were like, okay, and others were like, sure. Because I will also ask for their @ handle because I'm like, I'm going to send you the picture. I will draw you. I guess I don't know. I guess I had a personality on me at the time to where they were like, "No, she seems harmless." Yeah, sure. Here you go. Yeah. But I will. Even though I've been focusing on doing environmental work as well, like learning how to draw buildings and stuff like that. But I now will start taking pictures of just my surroundings. I've hit I've I've held up traffic taking a picture of a corner street when I had to turn in the left hand lane and people are just honking at me like just turn. I'm like, give me a second. I'm taking a picture, guys. Leave
Because
me alone.
really, that's more important.
It's very important.
It is. It is. I've been guilty of the same thing. So, so I know how important it is.
I I can never really remember his name, and I should. But the guy who does the Studio Ghibli movies, the creator and stuff like that. I saw an interview where he talked about putting like a camera on his car and just letting it record everything. So he can like draw what he's seen that day and get inspired from what he saw that day in his work. So I was like, huh, maybe I should do that. But the last time I did that, the thing on my phone is a horrible idea because it just vibrates all the time. I'm just like, this is just the shakiest image video I have ever seen. I have never doing this on a camera phone again. Yeah. I don't even know what the question was. I just went off the tangent.
Sorry about it. That's what we do here. That's what we do.
1 minute.
Okay. Uh, so, Dan, I think how many? We got one more image after
Yep,
this. Is that
one more. That's it. Yeah, last one coming up.
Wait, wait, no. Oh, I like this person.
Kelsey? I think you're gonna like the last image. I did when I picked it. So
This head is shiny. I need it gone.
I'm not doing shine today. Y'all get an outline.
I need a new page. Let me do that. All right, go on, do it. I'm not
So
afraid.
You
so
know, there's
Kelsey, what?
layers. You know, you can turn layers off and on.
I haven't used layers in forever, Dan.
You forgot how they work.
I actually forgot how to use layers. I've been using my digital piece as like a like painting.
Is
Like
that right?
I would do layers, maybe 3 or 4 layers, and then I'll combine everything and treat it like a painting. Whatever mistakes I made, oh well, it's there. I'll cover it up. Or do the 2 finger backspace.
Do
Okay, here we
you
go.
do you use like paint not paint brushes, but the like say if you're in Fresco or whatever software you use, do you use the painterly style brushes?
Um, no, I don't.
Okay.
I make my brushes. I adjust them in the settings. The
Hmm.
only time I really use the painterly style is if I'm looking for a specific texture, and I'll either use it in like the hair or environments, my environment, because your environment has a lot of texture and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, the human body has texture too, skin texture and stuff like that. But I I I typically use like a round brush and I just mess with the settings until I get it to my desire, my liking or to my desire. So yeah, usually it's like this round brush that has like a that fades on both ends, and I just kind of mess around with it. Yeah. Oh, she doesn't have an ear. I'm just sitting here doing whatever I want now.
So this one is you can do whatever you want to here too. So so feel free to change her however you need to. This one is we'll probably run maybe 15 minutes on this one, Dan.
Okay.
Um, just to kind of give us some time to drop in. Um, so yeah, I liked her face, like this face that she's making.
Yeah, her facial expression. Yeah, I've seen this image before. I'm trying to figure out if I've actually drawn this image already. I might
Okay,
have. You
if you've drawn it, then you um, got a little heads up on this
Yeah, but yeah, it's a nice round face.
So some of these images I pulled from, I think it's the 100 Portraits Challenge that's online. I
Oh
started
yeah.
challenges, so you probably have seen some of these images, but but since I made it to, I guess it was probably maybe 100, 150 hands.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll do 150 head studies
What?
at
Ooh,
some
ooh,
point.
ooh. I would love to do that. I would love to do the head drawings and the especially the hands. And don't let Wayman hear this. But I might do the 100 hands and then just keep going and keep going. But because I don't know, I've realized how important hands are in the drawing.
Yeah,
Very expressive.
it's like a whole nother way to express.
Yes,
So
just saying.
they are important, and you can't hide them.
You cannot. You. I know something's wrong if you hide them. You did something wrong. But yeah, I would definitely go for it. It's always good to just like I keep saying, just keep doing studies and practicing. There's never there's no stopping. You have to keep going, even if you want to cry and you want to stop. You have to keep going. I'm
I
sorry.
wanted to
You have
cry
to.
after 50 hands. I was
I'm
like, this is for birds. I really didn't want to do anymore. So, and it took me a couple days to do that 150. So, um, was just trying to make the commitment. I was supposed to
yeah.
do 500. I didn't make it that far.
500? You was gonna
I was
make five?
supposed to do 500 in that weekend. Yeah,
What? That's crazy. Y'all nuts.
yeah. Mm-mm.
Were they like had to be detailed hands, or they had to be like
No,
little
no.
chubby little blocks?
Just sketchy like this, but depending on how much detail you want to put in it, it can take a little longer to do a hand. So I could do a swoop or whatever, and then do the expression of a hand, or I could actually draw the hand. So
Mm-hmm.
it just depends on how you wanted to do it. And
Yeah.
so mine varied between the swoop and the more detailed version of it. But yeah, I was tired
Mm-hmm.
of about 50 of them.
Weekend. That's quite a bit.
But it was a good exercise though. So
Yeah.
I think doing the heads will also be good for me too. So
I definitely believe in you. You can do it.
I can do it.
You have my spirit, and will be there with you all times. I'm gonna say I am off my game because I'm working on a computer that I don't always work on, but we're gonna work through it.
We can't tell.
We
The
gonna work
images I
through
saw of
it.
yours already, they look great.
Oh yeah, I will air out all my business right now. Oh, but it switched to the other side. That threw me off.
Mm-hmm. Gotta
Do
Yeah,
keep
you
you
draw
guessing.
teeth? Oh
this
no,
is
go ahead.
not.
Dan, what'd you say?
I said
Oh, we
gotta
gonna
keep you guessing.
Yeah.
which side is on. What you guys?
Do you draw teeth?
I do. I now. I there's this thing going on in some of the art communities I'm in where they draw the teeth now, and in cartoons, you don't really see detailed, teeth or anything like that. And but now I'm starting to see it, and the way they're doing it, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. So now I've been drawing teeth. I actually have images I have not posted yet to where it shows images of me drawing the teeth, the mouth, the teeth, and everything, in different like grins and like like frowning, smiling, and all that stuff. And I'm like, this looks weird, but at the same time, I kind of like it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you like drawing teeth? Have you gotten into the
Well,
drawing teeth game?
I hate drawing teeth, but I found a way that it works for me to
Mm-hmm.
so that when I used to do it back in the day, I was trying to draw every tooth and every the line around the
Mm-hmm.
tooth, and it was just too much. So I found a way that works for me to kind of do shadows on certain teeth where I'm not really defining the tooth, but I'm drawing certain shadows the way the light is hitting on the tooth.
Yeah. So I won't. Okay, it's kind of hard to explain how I because it's kind of a combination of actually drawing, almost drawing the teeth individually. But the further back in the mouth you go, the farther it's shaded and less detailed it is. So you
Mm-hmm.
get the front that's more detailed, but further back is like less detailed. Oh, no, no. Yeah, computer wants to do something here. So it's pretty much what would be okay to show? What would be okay to show and it won't look creepy?
Yeah, right, right. Because teeth they get creepy real quick.
They get creepy real quick. And I'm like looking at my drawing on Discord and I'm like, what is happening here?
You gotta draw people with the mask. That's it. No teeth, no nose, no lips.
Look, that's how all of us look now
Yeah,
nowadays because we all have masks on.
that's the new portrait.
Yeah, who needs to draw teeth anymore? We don't see teeth in real life.
He's like looking at us. You know what? We're going off the rails. Going off the rails.
You got less than 10 minutes.
Okay,
I'm done.
show
Yes,
off. They ain't showing off.
see, Dan's one of those
Always.
people. She's like, yeah, I can do it, no problem. There it is. I'm
I
like,
gotta,
you.
He's always finishing first.
I gotta draw fast, or I get bored with the drawing.
Yeah, I can understand, but I don't.
I can't do 24 hours on the drawing, man. I don't know.
Well, it's over a course of 2 weeks, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Still.
So Dan, how did you get to be faster?
Well, when I was a kid and I started drawing, I was drawing comic books out of. I was drawing characters out of comic books. So when you're looking at the comic book and the size of it, it's pretty small. When you're looking at the drawings, they're kind of small, so there's not a whole lot of detail. There's not a lot of mystery to it, and so and plus I was finding the moments to draw. It wasn't like I'd had a whole afternoon or a whole day
Yeah.
to sit around and draw, and so I was drawing in class. I was drawing during the lunch break. I don't even know what you call that, recess. I was drawing wherever I could, whenever I could, and so, and then I did not keep my drawings. I did not have a sketchbook. I did not have art materials, so I was drawing on line paper, and that was the only time I was gonna draw that drawing.
Mm.
That's it. So I got used to just knocking out what I can and getting to the point where like, yeah, that's a good drawing, and then moving on with my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Attached.
I sorry. I actually don't have any drawings of I've done when I was a kid. The oldest thing I have was when I was in kindergarten, and then when I was in high school. I don't know where any of my drawings are from middle school, from like from middle school pretty much. And I'm like, where are those drawings? I know I did a lot of fan art. I did some comics. I did all that stuff. I do not like that stuff is gone. And
Yeah.
a lot of it is online paper and stuff like that because I didn't really have a sketchbook. I just drew on whatever I had.
Yep.
In high school, I used to draw on my classmates. Like I got a Sharpie and they'd be like, "Can I get like a Sharpie tattoo?" I'm like, "Sure." So I was real, but I don't have any records of that.
I used to give away my drawings, and I got my first black book, and when I was 19. So that's the art that I have. I have artwork and boxes of drawings and sketches from when I was 19. But before that, nothing.
Yeah, this is the strangest thing. I'm like, where did all that work go?
Somebody got rich off of my artwork already.
Right now, we gotta find them. We gotta take their money back.
I have friends that every now and then they'll show me old images that I drew them, like in my teens and 20s, and they still have the portraits that I did of them, but I don't remember them. Like I don't remember doing the portrait, and so it's like them showing it to me. It's like, who did that? You know, because I just don't. Most of the time, I let it. When I draw it, I let it go, and then it's gone. Um, so yeah. So even though things are out there living in the world, they might as well be gone for me too. So.
You have the memory of doing it. That's what counts, I guess.
But if you blocked it out, then you don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of times. So.
Okay.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
That's it. Yeah, I got 5 minutes on this drawing.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to attack this hair.
Oh, the hair is all over the place for me. I've actually went to shading my person.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, you're not going to see how I do afros or curly afros. You're not going to see it today. Maybe another time.
Not with 10 minutes. Not in 10 minutes or 15, 20 minutes. You need an hour.
She might be able to pull it out fast.
There's a specific brush. Or there's this artist that made this brush pack for black hair. And it has, they took the time to make it look like different types of hair texture for black men and women. And I was very impressed. It's actually on Procreate. I think it's only on Procreate. And I can't remember the name, but I mean, if you go to Gumroad where you can get it, and just type in like black hair, it'll probably be the first thing that pops up.
I think I seen her promoted on Twitter where she taking people's hair in her family and then making brushes based on their different hair textures.
Yeah. It came out really nice. A lot of people are using it. I'm tempted to get the braids, but I like to torture myself. I like to do my own braids, so I'm not gonna buy it. It's gonna keep struggling.
I like doing braids too for some reason, but it's tedious.
Very tedious, but the results are phenomenal when you
get it right.
When you want it. Yeah, it is phenomenal. Her hair is not this texture, guys. I know you guys are screaming. Her hair is going to be this texture.
Well, TeMika got the right idea with the blend. You're using a blend tool?
Yeah. Yep. And trying to go back and add some detail some kind of way.
I would switch to a different brush, but I like this brush too much to switch. So
what brush are you using?
It's on Sketchable. It's whatever one of their pencil brushes is. Unless I edit it, then I don't know what it is. I've edited a lot of my brushes to suit my needs,
Mm.
so they don't have a proper name or anything. They don't have a proper name. Let's see.
Last few
Yeah.
minutes left. Last few
All right.
minutes left.
Let's go ahead. Let's see.
Okay. So Kelsey, maybe we'll take another minute or so on this one, and then we'll start to scroll back through on our images and see what we came up with. Because I always like to show people where we started in the beginning and where we ended up with. Because a lot of times, what I find for myself is I'll be tight and trying to figure out things in the beginning, and then
Mm-hmm.
somewhere along the way, there's a shift in my brain. So I like to see the shift.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I usually am very um like you said, tight or constricted, or when I first start, and then later on I get more loose, more free. Don't really care anymore because I'm sick of being stressed over the smallest thing.
Right.
So I just kind of like what ifs.
Yep.
You know,
Okay.
I can work on that.
So maybe another minute. How you feeling? How
Yeah,
you feeling?
or whenever you want. I'm done. I can give up.
Kelsey can go another 24 hours.
Yes, I can.
23 hours.
Oh God. Then she needs to do the 24-hour comic book thing.
Ooh, yes. We need to bring that back. It's torture. That's torture.
Don't forget to include lunch and toilet breaks, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And stream the whole thing. Oh, my God.
That's
You should do that, Kelsey.
he's just trying to, kill me. I see. I see how much you hate me.
Well, look, you're doing it anyway. You might as well shoot.
I'm
Might as
just
well
trying
stream it.
to destroy myself, destroy my life. You're out to get me. All right. Yeah, whenever you're ready, I can. I'm done. She's done.
You want to
All
start
right.
from the beginning?
Yes. Let's take a look from the beginning.
Okay. Let's go
And
to
I
the.
kind of put all mine on one already. So.
Let's see the other stuff. First one. Yeah, he did not come out at all. He doesn't even exist. Just an out.
That's okay. He's a 2-minute sketch, and we were talking. Go ahead. Let's see the next one. We just scroll through them real quick.
He's up in this corner right here.
Cool.
And
Okay.
I slowly started to realize what this was, what this stream was.
Like what we're really doing here.
Yeah, it's like, oh wait, I'm actually just chilling. So what's happening? Like, why am I stressed?
Yep. All right, let's see your next one.
She, right.
TeMika didn't even draw her.
I didn't. I skipped her. I don't know what I was doing at that time, but I think I left the room. I don't know.
Okay. Next.
He did not register.
Let me see it. Let me see your next one, Kelsey. Your next page.
Oh, the next.
Like, you just want me to move on to my next page?
The next
Yeah.
drawing.
The next drawing is on the same page. I
see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm using like an arrow to point out which drawing they are.
Gotcha.
It's blurry on my screen, so I can barely see.
Yeah, it's coming back on my screen.
Okay.
And she's right here. I actually did like drawing her face. I will redraw her again. She got the stink face going.
Yeah.
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 All right. Cool.
So she's here.
Yep. I see mine too. Okay.
But I redid her again over here.
You had time to redo her?
Yeah, I started and then Dan said over in the 5 minute range. I'm like, what? So I did a whole new page.
Okay, cool. I like that. I like that.
So our next one is like this old dude.
Cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I like your line work. I can see your style definitely coming through. In the way that you express your characters through the line. Um, I can tell you did it. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Good to hear.
It says Kelsey to me.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I always debate on whether if I have a style, a distinctive style or not.
I did.
Um, and then I get told by other people like, hey, you don't have to have, the best artists do have a distinct style and, they can point out, oh yeah, that's that person. But you don't have to be held down by that style because at some point you're going to evolve yourself and get, find something new. But
Mhm.
it's at this moment in time, it's good to hear it. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's Kelsey. I'm like, oh God, I can
Yeah.
be yeah. It's
Yep.
always on my mind. I wish I had drew him a little bit more. I don't know. I think I was focused on talking than drawing him.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, then you want to go to the last one? Let's see what we got.
Oh, girl.
Yep. At the very end.
And then,
Chris, our
oh
home.
boy. And,
Yeah, the
and
one I
then,
really like.
yeah. And then, the last one.
And the
Yeah.
last one is
Very
Cool.
cool.
Cool. Cool. All right. Well, this has been fun, Kelsey. I'm really happy that you were able to join us because I've been plotting on you being on the show for quite some time now, and so I'm glad you were able to join us. So before we head out, tell the people one more time where they can find out more about your work. Even though, oh, you know what? Because we're not on Behance, it's not in the description. So I'll make sure I add that to the description so they can just click. But tell them where they can find your work.
so again, you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Behance should be under the same at handle, but those four under the at handle at BG Illustrations. Like I said earlier, I try to keep it consistent so I don't confuse anyone. Um, I'm trying to think if there's another account out there. There might be. I might have forgot about it. I do have a Tumblr, but it's not active, so don't go searching for that. Um, but yeah, if you are interested in my black and white work, you can check out my Behance. But anything that's up to date that I'm doing currently is check out my TikTok and TikTok. That's what I was gonna say. TikTok and Instagram. That's where I put my updated stuff, and that's under the handle at BG Illustrations.
And you're gonna be doing a TikTok soon, like live streaming soon, right? Yes. No.
Did I? Did
Okay, I don't know. No, not TikTok.
I?
Twitch.
Oh yeah, I want to do live streaming on Twitch. I'm interested in doing it. I enjoy just watching other people just draw, have chill music in the background. It's like having someone next to you drawing.
Hmm.
So, I'm to put more people out there. I'm thinking of doing streaming on Twitch, just chilling, drawing, whatever I'm working on that day, or doing some sketches or some studies. And you're
Okay.
welcome to join and stuff like that. I'll probably announce it on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. Stuff like that.
So if and when you decide to do that, please let us know, so that we can let
Okay.
everybody else know as well and support you.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, definitely will. Thank you so much.
All right.
Everybody leave
Cool.
a thumbs up and the YouTube channel, please. Leave a thumbs up and check out TeMika the artist.
Cool. Thank you, Dan. All right, so y'all, that's it for today. Thank you all for being on the figure drawing live drawing session here on Thursdays, every Thursday until we don't do it anymore. At 7 p.m. We'll be here 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, And if you just want to check me out drawing, hanging out on Tuesdays, usually right now it's 10 a.m. on Tuesdays. I may have to shift that to the evening soon. But just check me out. You'll see my stuff posted on Behance, and I hope to see you all soon. I hope you keep drawing. Make sure you stay safe, be kind, and take care of yourself. I'll see y'all soon. All right. Thank y'all.
Peace.
Bye.
All right.